If you had a time machine, which world would you have loved to live in? Will it be among the beautiful pyramids in ancient Egypt or ancient Rome with its grandeur and beautiful politics? Whatever your choice, this video has come in disguise as that time machine to bring you the top 10 ancient empires in history. In the past, our world was far from peaceful and independent. Countries battled for global supremacy, resulting in the rise and fall of numerous magnificent kingdoms. These kingdoms eventually gave way to the present-day countries we know. This video will explore these top ancient empires and highlight their contributions to history. Starting from number 10, Ancient Aztec Empire. The Aztec Empire was an alliance of the Mexico Tenochtitlan, Texcoco, and Tlacopan. They ruled the area around and in the Valley of Mexico from 1428 till the empire's downfall in 1521. The Aztec Empire holds the world's most intelligent and most vital architect in history. They were blessed with intricate murals and sculptures showcasing their cultural differential beauty and deep spiritual beliefs. The empire was a beauty held by history that left its mark on modern-day astronomy, agriculture, and mathematics. The Aztec Empire had a significant social and political system among the three allies that came together for the nation's good. However, doom fell on the empire when the Spanish conquistadors came to conquer them. Hernán Cortés led the invasion in the 16th century. For the first time, the Aztecs were faced with all sorts of weapons and unfamiliar diseases that took the life of the people of the Aztec Empire. While some of the people fought for their land, others went to form allies with the Spanish conquistadors. This led to the defeat of the empire. The Spanish used the internal rivalry among the people of the Aztecs to defeat them. In 1521, following the loss of lives and property of the people of the Aztec Empire, the capital fell to the Spanish forces. Despite its defeat, the Aztec Empire still holds significant impact and beauty. The people of Aztecs were remarkable engineers and architects that constructed pyramids and structures. Number 9. The Ancient Maya Civilization. The Maya civilization ranks number 9 on this list for one primary reason. It was the most extended empire to ever exist in history. It lasted for over 3,500 years. That is from antiquity to the early modern period. This empire was a Mesoamerica civilization. It holds excellent respect in history because of its significance in calendar creation and hieroglyphic documentation. The Maya civilization was known for its remarkable structures and is among the pioneers of modern astronomy and mathematics. The Maya civilizations were in close relations with their neighboring countries. They exchanged trade and engaged in diplomatic connections. Regarding trade, they sold jades, obsidian, and cacao in feathers to their surrounding countries. They were also very political. The Maya rulers signed treaties and formed alliances to support some countries against others. The Maya civilization is one of those empires that did not fall entirely. Nonetheless, environmental and war factors contributed to the gradual breakout of the people of the Maya civilization. There are descendants of the Maya civilization who live in the region, showcasing their beautiful culture and rich diversity. Number 8. Ancient Carthage. Ancient Carthage was once a flourishing empire around the coast of northern Africa, present-day Tunisia. It peaked in the 9th century BCE as one of the largest metropolises in the world. The ancient Carthage Empire was a midpoint for cultural and commerce exchange. It connected civilization between and across the Mediterranean. The location of this empire was a blessing. It was located on fertile ground, which enabled agricultural produce to blossom. It was also surrounded by the seas, making it easy to practice maritime trade with neighboring countries. Ancient Carthage dominated many fields of life, including literature, philosophy, and science. It did not end there. Their people were blessed with top-tier craftsmanship and metalwork. They sold jewelry, pottery, and sculptures. The empire was blessed with architectural wonders. This commercial empire held its ground and was secured by an army composed heavily of foreign mercenaries. Ancient Carthage bloomed while it lasted, but the Roman Empire took it upon itself to cut short this great empire. They lost all they had in the Punic Wars against Rome in 146 BCE. All that is left is a glimpse of their rich culture and history. Number 7. Ancient India. Ancient India was a vast and diverse empire with influential dynasties that lasted for years. It had different names and rulers. The most famous two were the Mauryan Empire and the Gupta Empire. The Mauryan Empire preceded the Gupta Empire and was ruled then by several notable rulers, of which Emperor Ashoka was the most popular. The ancient Mauryan Empire was so blessed with vast land that it extended from modern-day Afghanistan and Pakistan in the northwest to Bangladesh and part of southern India in the southeast. Present-day India is a mix of religions and beliefs which can be traced to the ancient Indian empires. Emperor Ashoka was a Buddhist and took it upon himself to spread the faith across the kingdom and its neighboring countries. The Gupta Empire of ancient India was also a significant period. It made remarkable contributions to art, literature, and mathematics. The present-day yoga and meditation was also an art of exercise performed by the people of ancient India. Most ancient temples in present-day India were built during the time of the Gupta Empire. Although, like most flourishing empires, Gupta had its share of wars and conquest, which led to the fall of one of the significant empires in ancient India. Number 6. Ancient China. With close similarity to ancient India, ancient China went through time with different rulers and dynasties. Several dynasties existed in ancient China, and each contributed to the creation of the modern China we have today. The significant dynasties of ancient China include the Qin dynasty, Han dynasty, Tang dynasty, Song dynasty, and the most recent, the Qing dynasty. Ancient China experienced a time of division and unification to become several dynasties. The Qin dynasty in 221 BCE is one of the most popular ones. It was succeeded by the Han dynasty. Ancient Chinese dynasties contributed flawlessly to literature and philosophy. They embraced religion and were dutiful worshippers. Technology and engineering also thrived in ancient China. The Great Wall of China was built during the Qin dynasty. This wall was built to shield them from war and conquest. Notwithstanding, it fell, and several dynasties lived after that in ancient China. Another interesting thing with ancient China is their beautiful idea for developing paper currency. The people of the Tang dynasty looked for ways to carry more money without the load of coins weighing them down. It was called flying currency during this time, but it was not until the Song dynasty before real paper money came into existence. Of all the interesting dynasties, the most recent was the Qing dynasty. It existed from 1644 to 1912. This dynasty experienced internal unrest and territorial expansion, leading to the end of imperialism in ancient China. Number 5. Ancient Persia. When we look at specific countries today, surprise hits us as to what these countries were like in times past. Iran, for instance, is the only remnant of the once mighty Persian Empire, which once ruled vast territories across Central Asia, the Middle East, and parts of Egypt. Persia came to power under the rule of Cyrus the Great in the mid-6th century. Cyrus conquered many empires and dynasties, including the Great Babylonian Empire. These conquered regions emerged as the Persian Empire. Rich in cultural diversity, this empire influenced art and governance in subsequent civilizations. The kingdom was in constant conflict with the Greek Empire for over half a century. The ancient Persian Empire is also known as the Achaemenid Empire. It was one of the largest empires in the world. The empire was lost to Alexander the Great after the death of the last ruler of the Persian Empire, Darius III. Before the succession of Alexander, the Persians already had some internal conflict, which made the conquest of Alexander swift and easy. Although the Persian Empire has fallen, its legacy, like the invention of algebra and contribution to architecture, will continue to shape the world significantly. Number 4. Ancient Rome. The era of ancient Rome is from the rise of Roman civilization to the fall of the Western Roman Empire. Ancient Rome was one of the most significant empires in history. Started as a small settlement, ancient Rome encompassed the vast lands of Europe, North Africa, and part of the Middle East. This empire graced history with architectural wonders. The Colosseum and the Pantheon are evidence to prove their rich knowledge of architecture. The Roman Empire boosted its economy through trade, agriculture, and slavery. Agriculture played a crucial role in ensuring the empire's population was well fed. At the same time, trade was a source of revenue. Trade facilitated the exchange of goods throughout the empire. The ancient Romans were so religion-inclined, they worshipped several gods and goddesses. The people of ancient Rome cherished their rituals and festivals with high esteem as it was significant to their culture. The fall of the Western Roman Empire marked the end of ancient Rome. Their contribution to art, architecture, science, politics, laws, and language greatly impacted the world. The principles of ancient Rome are what guide most European countries to date. Number 3. Ancient Greece. The call of history is incomplete without Greece taking center stage. Ancient Greece was a civilization that thrived in the Mediterranean region. This empire consisted of a collection of several cities that for once were united under the rule of Alexander the Great. The most popular cities of ancient Greece are Athens and Sparta. Ancient Greece can be divided into several periods. The most common periods include the Archaic, Hellenistic, and Classical eras. Each era had the spice they added to the creation and establishment of what ancient Greece is known for. The Archaic era was the era of the rise of cities, and the Hellenistic era was the era of the conquest of Alexander the Great. The Classical era was the era of developing culture, Greek mythologies. Another significant contribution of ancient Greece was the birth of democracy. Democracy started in Athens around the 6th century BC. The legacy of ancient Greece serves as a source of inspiration for Western civilization and continues to influence our society today. Number 2. Ancient Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia, situated around the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in the ancient Near East, was not a single empire but rather a region that housed various influential empires. Among these were the Sumerian Empire, Akkadian Empire, Babylonian Empire, and Assyrian Empire, which collectively played a crucial role in shaping the cradle of civilization known as Mesopotamia. The empires of Mesopotamia emerged one after the other. The Sumerian Empire was the first to be established. After the Akkad Empire, most cities were unified as one centralized state. Mesopotamia was rich in cultural achievements and technological advancements. In science, the people who lived in this region contributed to astronomy. They made significant contributions to developing a calendar system based on lunar cycles. They used basic geometric principles for land measurement and architectural designs. The Mesopotamia region holds one of the world's 7 wonders, the Hanging Garden of Babylon. It was built during the reign of King Nebuchadnezzar II during the era of the Babylonian Empire. Number 1. Ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt is a civilization as old as time. It thrived along the Nile River for many years. This ancient empire has influenced civilization throughout history with so many notable rulers. Ancient Egypt contributed to the world we have today in almost every sector. It influenced medicine, astronomy, architecture, agriculture, writing, and mathematics. Known for the pyramids of Giza, which have stood the test of time, this region is rich in architectural structures. When looked into properly, most techniques used then can only be created now with modern technology. Ancient Egypt is renowned for its art and culture. The people made jewelry, pottery, statues, and elaborate tombs filled with treasures. Ancient Egypt has a hierarchy with the pharaoh as the number 1 ruler of the land. Another peculiar thing about ancient Egypt is the hieroglyphics. These were symbols represented with pictures to document events and scenarios. These hieroglyphics have given historians insight into the ways of the people of ancient Egypt. The achievements of ancient Egypt contributed to shaping our present world. Ancient Egypt left a lasting impact on the planet. Several empires existed in history, but these 10 made so many remarkable impacts that it is still felt today. Although some empires have perished, their cultural contribution continues to live on. For the empires that stood the test of time, colonialism and imperialism took over the kingdoms and made them the countries we are familiar with today. And that brings us to the end of the video. We'd love to hear from you. Which empire was your favorite, and which one would you have wished to witness? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to be the first to watch our future videos.